Thank you for tuning in to My Why podcast today. This is the podcast where we fuel passions, share journeys, and inspire dreams. This one is special because I'm sitting down with a good friend who's been a part of some of my most pivotal moments in my own career. He's a world-renowned videographer, a creative powerhouse in every corner of video production, a gifted photographer, master of motion graphics, and an all-around visual maestro. Honestly, his list of credits is so long, we need another episode just to name them all. He's a proud Morgan State alum and a dedicated brother of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, and most importantly, someone I am proud to call friend. So please welcome Duane Saunders Jr., also known as Prihym, to the pod today.
I love that intro. Thank you.
You're welcome. I said I gotta give you your flowers.
Man, that was good. The visual maestro got me. I'm like, ooh, yeah, yep. Because I don't hear that often, so that's good.
Yeah, no, because it's like I could go through every curve. I'm like, it's a whole nother episode, so I'm like, I gotta figure out a way to condense this because you've done so much. But like I was saying, like I had to sit down for a second and think about like where to start this podcast with you because there's so many angles it could have went down. But I think I figured it out. So I'll just start here. So with being somebody who's always behind the camera and for so many years and so many phases of videography, like what are your thoughts of how the industry has evolved from when you first started to where you are now?
Oh yeah, it's accelerated greatly. Like everything, there's like something coming out almost every quarter now. Like the industry, I feel like pressures those who desire to be creatives and streamers nowadays too.
Yeah.
Like that's like the biggest thing that like made the jump, right? Like I feel like when you and I were in undergrad, streamers it wasn't a thing yet, but a lot of like equipment that come out now are like geared towards those who do those things.
And it
And
makes life a little easier, the equipment they're putting out now. We had to be a little more guerrilla back in the day.
yeah, it was always it was tough, but we always found enlightened solutions. That's what I always appreciated about you and those that shared the same mindset as us when we were working on projects. But let me tell you, the industry has accelerated greatly, almost at a scary route, especially with the all of a sudden realization of artificial intelligence, which has been a minute, it's been around, but
Hanging around, yeah.
now it's like in every phase of this industry now. So it's cool. I love seeing the advancements, but we got to be careful of when we choose to invest in the gear that we choose to record and when we choose to get involved in certain things, because
Yeah.
not everything that's new is still like the top notch thing to get, because they'll claim it's an upgrade on something when really they added one particular thing but took away two things that was on the original. So this industry is interesting, to say the least.
So so with that, like what are some of the things that you had to like your biggest learning curve that maybe you had to come across like either in your past or just now of like how that you had to get over or get through? Like what was one of your biggest learning curves?
The biggest learning curve the biggest learning curve was after graduation, and having the opportunity and still work with Tim Reed now to this day. That's my mentor, and he gave me my first shot in production, period. And he always emphasized telling a story. And he's like, you're not just recording because it looks cool. Does it complement the story that's being told? Is it making an impact? Is it really driving home what it is that you're trying to do? Don't just do it loose because everybody else is doing it, because then you'll lose people. That's not, he always also mentioned longevity. He's like, that's not how you're going to stay long in this business.
Right.
It's like, you need to be uniquely you, tell a story, and just be on point. And that was a big curve. Not that I wasn't necessarily learning that at Morgan, because, when you're in undergrad, there's only but so much you can do.
Yeah.
You can do internships, which is always great.
Yeah.
That will always give you always give you a step up. And for those that are interested in this field, please be a PA. Just to
Hmm.
put that out there, go to
But do
be a
you think?
PA.
But also too, do you think that people are? I think social media is kind of giving people an illusion that you don't need to do the small things to get to the big things, right? I feel like there's almost like they feel like they can just go from here all the way to over here, where you actually learn the process in the small things, so you can mess up there, you get over there. What are your thoughts about that? Because I think that a lot of people are disillusioned about that.
Oh, certainly. What they currently see is the end result, is the result of all that hard work. And sometimes a lot of these creators are fronting. They claim that it wasn't, and
Right.
they because they want to put on that facade for
Yeah.
people to see.
Hmm.
But I'll say, in this field, granted, technically didn't have to go to school for it, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
However, I wouldn't change a thing
Yeah.
because it did, to your point, give me an opportunity to make mistakes,
Hmm.
try different things, know the difference between why I would use a PTZ camera versus a camcorder versus a DSLR versus whatever else,
Yeah.
and why I would try different softwares for free at that
Right.
point. Because when
Right.
you're in school, I mean, well, yeah, you're paying for tuition. Don't get me wrong, but
Right.
like, not every not every university will offer free software where you can still go off and do your own thing. Because that's
Hmm.
what I always try to do, is do my own thing a lot when I was on
Yeah.
campus. And um, you know, if people choose not to go to college, that's on you. And it's not a bad thing. I'm not going to knock it.
Right.
If you choose to do that, then you need to make sure that you are treating your goals as a need and not a wish list.
Expound on that.
Because
Think by
with
that.
people, they always have the idea, like what we do. A lot of people, we lie to ourselves at the first of the year. Every year, this year I'm gonna do this, and I'm at fault. Don't get me wrong. Like this
Right.
year, I'm gonna make sure I do this, and then they don't. It's a wish list.
Mm,
And if you really truly desire to be at a certain point and you want to um, just rise to the highest level in the field that you want to be in, then
mm,
take it seriously. Treat it like that's your job,
mm.
not a hobby. This
Right.
is something that you want to make work. Granted, you still got to keep the lights on and keep a roof over your head. So if
Mhm.
you need to grind and hustle in another job in the meantime, do that. But the sacrifice with that is that
Yeah.
you're still going to have to put time into your craft, because that's the
Right.
only way that you're really going to reach to that point where you're ultimately doing that 24/7.
And then when you're putting time into your craft, like, and I'm sure you can attest to this, all the free stuff we had to do, the stuff that we did not
Yes.
get paid for. Okay, like
Hmm.
people. I know people talk about that now. Like I said, I be on threads. And I'm a
No,
menace
you're good.
on threads, but but I see that a lot. They're just like, I'm not doing it if I'm not getting paid. It's like I get the sentiment, but I also, especially if you have to make pay bills,
Right.
because usually people who have to really pay big bills are the main ones that are like, no, I need to get paid, and I get that. But also in this field, like there's going to be a lot of opportunities that may not be paying initially, but it grows your, your real, it grows your, your just wherewithal of how to do things. And but a lot of people are skipping those opportunities. Like, what
They
are you?
are.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of them fall short sometimes too, because I'll give you my best example is my own story. Like there was a point where I was taking 18 credits. I
Mm,
worked part time in retail, and then I would find opportunities on campus.
mm,
There wasn't a chance, an opportunity where I didn't have my camera on me. So when something would happen on campus, whether it's an event, a probate, whatever it may be, I
mm-hmm.
was there and nobody was paying me. Even when it came down to the faculty, they would have an opportunity that would arise. And it's not paid for directly to me, but it's a free trip and the
Mm-hmm.
meals covered.
Mm-hmm.
And all I got to do is make sure I bring my gear with me. And
Right.
that all came because I did other stuff that was free. You have to prove yourself and show what you're
Right.
worth beyond the classwork, for an example, or beyond what your, older projects were. Like give them something that was done within the past month or two, no more than that,
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
really want to be taken serious. And you can't expect premium pay if you're not giving premium work. Just
Right.
because you know how to turn gear on and level out stuff doesn't mean, like, I could take this is a webcam right here. I guarantee you I can figure out a way to make this look better than the person's iPhone. No doubt. And this is just me talking my talk, because a lot
Yeah.
of people feel they're like, oh no, I got this. I got the latest camera. So what? Do you
And
know what
don't
you're
know how
doing?
to use the settings at all. You just turn it on, and then now you're thinking that you're just oh, now you're charging $5,000 to do somebody's something, and you don't even really know how to do this.
No, and you know, I'm
Somebody's-
not trying to bag on the younger generation now, because
Well, some are
the key
creative.
is
Like, I get that.
it's just, if anything, I really want to emphasize that you're not always going to be compensated when you're trying to start off.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes all it takes is to, like, you know what, make it worth your while. Then go to your favorite restaurant, ask if they would like free promos. Like, that's the way you want to start thinking. Like,
Mm-hmm.
do the things that you enjoy.
Yep.
And who knows? Because I've seen creators, like one creator, he had like he enjoys this local brand of coffee or something like that. He offered free advertisement, and they gave him his own limited line for like a couple months or so, where they
Wow.
had his company logo. I forgot the name of it, but it was like had his company logo on the bag, and like a portion of those sales went to him.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah.
like, you never know, but you got to be willing to do that, because that's where, again, if you're not going to college and stuff too, that's where you're going to make your mistakes. That's the time where you would want to try that, because
Right.
nobody's paying for you. You don't have to worry
Mhm.
about no refunds, no issues, or any of that kind of
Right.
stuff. You're dipping your toe in the water, so that way you can reach that level that you like. Okay, I feel like
Yeah.
I'm on my way.
But I also think there's this. I don't know where this line came in at, right? Because you have videographers, then you have
Mhm.
content creators, then you have streamers. So for some reason, all those are getting merged right now in a very strange
Yeah.
way. And as somebody, like I said, who's probably more of a, I mean, obviously more traditional, knows, but more the traditional around videography. I look at some things and I just be like, that's content creating. And I think that's just a whole nother game to learn. It's not
Mhm.
all the same. And I think people are treating it all the same. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It kind of drives me crazy a little bit. Little
No,
bit.
it's not just you, because I have to correct customers many times. Like, I am not creating content. I'm here to bring your vision to life. You
Mm,
know, with a videographer, that's a person who is skilled in framing a shot, getting the lighting right, and getting the audio. A lot of times, that's the one man situation.
yeah.
Cinematographers, that is an art.
Yeah.
They understand frame by frame, lens by lens, like
Hmm.
literally how to translate what is written down in a script and have it artfully shown, like in a nice way.
Like,
And
right.
then content creators, is nothing wrong with that either, about all
It's
these.
just
It's just,
another game of
it's a
another
different
lane.
field.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, and then even with streamers is exactly that.
Whole nother
Streaming.
lane. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not, if anything, the one creative piece about streaming is they get to design their set in a way, their room wherever they're streaming, in a
Mhm.
unique
And you
way.
gotta have a personality.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you
That
really,
is very heavy on that part. You better
yeah.
be able to hold attention, and that's
Hmm.
that's you personal. Like, that can't be bought, and you can grow into it if you know, but you're really just growing into yourself and confidence. But at the same time, that's hard. I think streaming
Oh
is very
yeah.
hard.
Oh yeah. It's not easy at all. Like, and that's why I hats off to Kai.
Oh my
Everybody,
gosh.
he figured it out, and that's the one that a lot of people are modeling to be. And
Mhm.
then with videographers, again, they're behind the camera.
Mhm.
Streamers are in front of the camera. Content creators in front of the camera. It's like, I look at content creation like vlogs. People,
Right.
that's kind of like, it favors that, and they can still
Yeah.
do it in a unique way. That's a cool part. Like,
Yeah.
if you know how to tell a story, it's not just, hey, I want you to buy this watch here today, and this has a unique sale going on, and then a storyteller will be like, time fades. Go something, go
Right.
poetic.
Right. Right.
You
Right.
know, and
Right.
then they have different shots, and it's well, curated and things like that. But it's like nothing wrong with either one of those. Just know the difference
Yeah, that's what I'm
and
saying. It's not
pursue
anything
it.
that's wrong about, like, but it's just
It's
like
not the
when
same.
it's not the same, and you can't treat it the same. You can't, or like when everybody started buying DJIs, the DJIs.
Yeah. Yeah, the
That
Osmos.
blew my mind. I when I was seeing people on TikTok, like,
Everybody.
I was like, do you know the horror I went through with that damn camera?
Man, let me tell you what.
Oh, we was fighting for our lives when we first got
It
the
is
camera.
tricky because like the early renditions of the
Man,
Osmo,
what?
yeah, it was okay. It's way better now, of
I
course.
mean, that you don't even.
Way
I was shocked when I said I
mhm.
was shocked and appalled that I had to go through hell and high water for them early editions, and they got
Man,
the. Those are the ones we needed back when.
and then even on top of that too, like we had to use the older versions of gimbals. Gimbals weren't,
Yes.
and those were a little bit more, in my opinion, were more difficult to balance. Like I had this
Mhm.
one gimbal, I can't believe I had that. It was like a shape like a crescent, and the weight was on the bottom there, and then the
Yeah.
camera was here, and I had to find like the right way. I could never figure it out. It was horrible,
Oh
but
my gosh.
I thank God for advancements.
Yes. Yes, and I think in some ways I had to get out of like one. I just had to realize I need to. I you have to. It's always you always have to learn something new. Like you
Yeah.
always have to learn. Like yes, there's a lot of advancement happen, so you need to keep up with the time, with the industry, what's going on, how things are moving, and like even with that, like the advancement of AI that we kind of touched on earlier. Like how do you think that that's going to shift the how you create or how others are creating in the future with the advancement, how quick it's happening?
I don't think immediately in this time it's going to make that much of an impact to where it replaces anybody because you still got to have that human element to it.
Hmm.
And a trained eye can easily tell when something is artificial and when it's not.
Yeah.
And it's beyond in the early renditions it was the hands. You can see extra fingers and
Yes,
all this other
it has
stuff.
fingers like that you can't tell,
I
uh-uh.
was like, ugh. But no, I don't feel threatened at all. And it's to your point that you mentioned. It's constantly learning. Learn
Mhm.
to utilize it as a tool so that way you don't be replaced. Because if you just remain grounded in only what you know because you feel the most comfortable in it, you will get left behind and you will find yourself in an uphill battle. Not saying you can't crawl yourself out, but you don't, but why put yourself through that?
Yeah,
Like for me, I am constantly in professional development all the time. I set time aside every week to find out what's coming around, what are the latest software updates, when I should even update, what should I
mhm,
learn about these updates, not just on editing, but even with the camera firmware. And a lot of people
mhm.
think about that too. There are certain things that change and get added on and enhanced with those.
Yeah,
And doing that will keep me ahead of the game. So if something happens on set, I already know what to do
yeah,
because it's a really small percentage of people that actually stay ahead of the game because
yeah.
they're only thinking of, oh, it still works. I'm good. Nah, no, no. Work. Be proactive. Be
Yeah.
proactive is the ultimate thing I would say for this. So that way you don't get left behind.
Yeah, and it's and another thing is too like so what if somebody was starting out and they're saying, I want to be, cinematography is a little different, but I'm just gonna stick with videography right now, but maybe both. But
Sure.
even depending on what you want to do, but do long form content. Let me say it like that. Somebody want to do long form content, and they're just like, there's so many, there's a lot of cameras. You walk into Best Buy, you're like, you don't know what camera to grab. What would you say would be a good starting off camera for
I'm gonna
someone?
be very, like, very, very honest with you. Your phone is just fine. And
Mm,
people sleep on the phones more than anything because what is the number one thing? Let's start with Apple. What is the number one, even Samsung? The number one thing that they focus on more specifically when they reveal these things
it's the
is the
camera.
camera. Right?
Mhm.
They're not just doing that for any reason. Like, nah, yeah, you can achieve this on on this phone, but on the Pro, you will be able to do X,
Mm,
Y, and Z. And I'm not gonna lie, these cameras, when you know what you're doing, it's
yeah,
really good. Especially when, again, to you, what what you said, when you're starting out, use your phone. Don't break the bank. You
yeah,
like really, if you're going to invest in a higher like storage capacity. Don't just do the base storage capacity on the phone, but
yeah,
yeah, like really learn the craft, really get into it. Do the Black Magic Camera app, put that out there for you guys. Even the Final Cut camera app is pretty good too. That will
mm,
take things beyond the base camera app that comes with the phone. Like lock in. It's so easy to get caught up in all the new stuff that's out because you feel that pressure is like,
yeah,
oh, I'm not going to get that look unless I have this. Not true.
right,
You got to
right,
know what you're doing when you're first recording, and then two, when you're editing, and that's its own beast. But yeah,
yeah.
your phone is a perfect start camera.
So what about editing software? Like, what if
Get
somebody's
DaVinci
coming in,
off the
DaVinci?
jump because it's free. Let's start off there. It's free.
Mm,
Anybody can download that software for free. That's the best part. And
wow,
it's like a $60 premium now for Adobe every month.
wow.
So that's a month like $60 if I'm not, I mean maybe more. But the only thing Adobe I primarily use nowadays is like Photoshop, Lightroom, and After Effects.
I haven't used Premiere Pro in so long.
I haven't used Premiere Pro in a
I'm a
while.
Final Cut girly, and because I edit very fast on Final Cut, and it gets the job done, and I call it a day. But I started. I haven't used DaVinci just because I always use Final Cut. But I figured,
Mhm.
I probably could just use that too.
It's a learning curve because when I was teaching at Morgan, I was all Adobe all the way. Like that's
Yeah,
all they
because
learned from
we
me.
were trained in
Yeah,
Adobe.
and Adobe. But when I got into this current role I'm in, DaVinci has been life changing for me in the best way.
Wow.
Like it really has me more excited about color theory now and color science that I
Mm,
wasn't even thinking about. Cause
right.
I would just think there was a point in time where I thought color grading and color correction was the same. No, it's not. And then there's like a real true art to this thing that
Yeah.
again enhances the story that's being told. I just recommend DaVinci. It's free. Learn it. Learn to. I mean, YouTube is free.
Yeah,
That's where you
YouTube
can go
University. Right. If you don't know something, just go YouTube
because
University.
that's where I did. And in
Mhm.
fact, even when I was an undergrad, there were some things I still wasn't taught in the classroom. So
Right.
I took it upon myself and went on YouTube. You have to be willing to go the extra mile. Like if you want it bad enough, you'll make it happen. Which actually ties into my favorite motto: if you can't find a way, make a way.
Take away. Yep.
If you want it bad enough, you will find a way. It may not be exactly what you want it to be, but it will be something and a step closer to what you desire.
Yeah, so that's exactly, but that's the thing too. You have to make it happen. Like nobody's gonna just even you build relationships along the way, which
Right.
relationships are very important, right? So
Very.
and those are the times where you might get some things handed to you, but when you get it handed to you, you can either keep it in your hand or drop the ball.
Oh yeah, without a
That's
doubt.
it's up to you, you
You
know.
have to go. And honestly, even when people go out for jobs, you know, the qualifications that they list is a wish list for the employer.
Hmm.
They're not going a lot of times you're not going to get everybody that fits everything. There's
Yeah.
going to be something that's missing. And it's going to be up to you to make sure that you cover those bases when you start in that role. And it's okay. And the reason why I'm mentioning all of this is because don't feel that you're not qualified for a certain role because you haven't accomplished that specific thing.
Hmm.
I had to learn and still learn quite a bit of stuff in this role that I'm in. There was so much. I'm like, whoa, but it made it exciting for me because this is what I enjoy doing. It doesn't feel
Yeah.
like work to me. Like I get
It's
a chance to learn
yeah.
more about my craft.
Right.
And I'm like, that in itself should be exciting. So
Right.
just because you say a role that's like, oh no, that's out of my league, go for it. You
Yeah.
never know. Cause I'm gonna be real with you. I would have never thought that I would be working for where I'm at at all. I'm
Right.
not gonna lie.
But you didn't go after it. You just you got to shoot the shots.
You have to. You have to. And it's easier said than done because what you're experiencing and what you're seeing in front of you is what you see. And that's it. It's just it
Yeah.
can really stump you. But
Hmm.
once you get past that hump, it's like, wow, I did it. What comes for it, what comes from it,
Yeah.
it's all good.
So like speaking of that, so what advice would you give somebody who, like I said, we talked about picking up a camera but they feel intimidated to do it. Like they
Mm.
feel like, like they just won't amount to, they don't have the skill set, whatever, and they're scared to even just pick it up and try. Like what advice would you give that person?
Embrace the challenge, lean into it, and be willing to learn. Those things will allow you to feel comfortable
Yeah.
and to then get excited even more about what is to come. You
Yeah.
have to be willing to lean into it. It's if it came easy, literally more people would be doing this at a higher
Right.
level. And that's not the case. And
Yeah.
we don't need another X, Y, and Z that's already out there. We need a whoever you are.
Yeah.
So because of that fact and reality, just do it.
Yeah.
Make it happen for yourself. And it's okay to get stumped. It's okay to lose, interest every once in a while, because sometimes it gets so frustrating. It's like, all right, whatever. Fine,
Yeah.
take a break. But that's just a pause button. It's not a stop.
So
You
just
need
need to
to
stop.
you
Right.
pump the brakes so that way you can refill your cup,
Mm-hmm.
come back ready to go, and get back into it again.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to reach your goal magically one day. It's going to require the work.
Yeah. So what's been your favorite experience that shaped who you are today?
My favorite one. I will be
Or
honest.
what are
I've
your
been I've been
favorites?
blessed, and like thankfully to travel the world and capture some real exciting content and work with great people. Um, that is tough.
Yeah, you've done so much. So I was like, well, at least one experience.
I mean, I got it. Then I mean, really, if I got to narrow it down, I mean, I would say when we went to Cuba.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you
It
get a
changed
chance to
it changed
see
me
it for
too.
yourself.
Yeah.
And because we're always told so many things here at home about the country, and some things held up, but many other things is like, no, actually, that's not how I
Still
felt.
one of my favorite places I've ever been.
Like, I enjoy it. It was a wonderful experience. And then collaborating with you and the others that were there to record and help tell the story of the project we were working on in that time, like, it was great. Like, it was a lot of late nights and early mornings,
Yeah, that
but
for sure.
it's like I
And
kind of
no
live
Wi-Fi
for it.
too.
It's
And
like
no
I
Wi-Fi.
kind of live for it though.
Yeah.
It's like, because those are the moments like who it was a blessing to go once. I've been blessed to go 4 times.
Right.
And
Right.
it's like not many people get that. So
Yeah.
it's like like I mentioned earlier, I lean into it. I leaned
Mhm.
into the challenge. I might go to bed at 2 in the morning because we just finished like labeling,
Yeah.
everything and
Or the
get things
Wi-Fi
transferred.
wasn't working, so we had to. Oh my
We
god!
had to find a way. I don't know what we
Ooh,
did. And then like one
it
of the
was. It
hard
just took.
drives stopped
It took
working.
forever. It took forever. I'll never forget that
Yeah,
part.
that was tough, but
Mm,
it was one of that. Well, those will have to be one of my favorite memories. Is traveling with fellow Morganites, great people on an island that not many people have access to,
mhm.
and we were trusted to help
Yeah.
bring a vision to life. They could
Yeah.
have picked anybody else, literally, but
Yeah.
they selected our group to go down and to go into the cities, to meet with locals, to talk with families, to get
Yeah.
the true essence of that environment.
Yeah.
um Honestly, I always look back at those times like, wow, that was like really, really cool.
Prime time, man. Those are
M-
prime times.
Man, that was some of the best times I think I've had. I would say that, yeah, I would say that one was my favorite because I even have one of the art pieces that we I think all of us bought something
Yeah.
down there, art,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
got one of the art pieces hanging up on my wall in the hallway.
Yeah.
And
My dad still has a cigar case that about him when I went out there.
like we all came back with something unique that will tie us back to that experience. And
Absolutely.
that one was, yeah, it was really great. And that one will always have a special spot in my heart.
So this podcast obviously is called My Why, and so for each guest, I always like to ask, like, what is your why, and like, what keeps you going on this journey, through the ups, downs, and whatever. Like, what is your why?
I came to the realization more and more recently that God placed me on this earth to use these talents that He's blessed me with behind the camera to spread the love and joy that God has for His people. And it
Mhm.
all started in church.
Yeah.
That's where my journey begins. Like, I had my chance to make mistakes, to
Mhm.
try things out every week. That was a rare thing. Like, what place can people say as a child where you get a chance every week to go and try something that interests you and learn something and make mistakes, but also have great people to show you along the way?
Yeah.
And I think my purpose is to bring more love and joy into the world behind my craft, no matter what realm I'm in. I've been in corporate, been in the education system. Like, the classroom was my ministry.
Mhm.
I got students excited to
Yeah.
be involved in this realm because it's not easy, but you can make it fun,
Yeah.
and you can it's all about how you react to it.
Right.
It really is. It's true. It's like you can either be like a shaken bottle of water or a shaken bottle of soda when things and
Mm,
challenges arise.
that's good. That's good.
So
Yeah.
when you shake a bottle of water and you
Yeah.
open it, what happens? Nothing.
Nothing.
But then when you shake a bottle of soda, naturally, when
It
you open
goes
it, it
everywhere.
explodes everywhere. So that goes back to the love, joy, and peace. It's just to show, like, look, feel your feelings in that moment, but don't let it determine how you feel overall that day and beyond.
Yeah.
Um, I feel my purpose is to get people excited and help them understand that there is a way for you to do what you enjoy doing in your life.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people get discouraged and like, no, this is it for me.
Yeah.
And I understand because life happens, but
Absolutely.
I'm a very strong believer that there's always a way.
Hmm.
Always a way for you to do what you've been created to do. That's why you get so excited. That's how you know what your calling is
Yeah.
that this work, no matter how hard it is, you still come back to it.
Yeah.
I can
Absolutely.
literally stay up till like
And you
five
don't
in the
even know what
morning.
time it is.
Yes.
You don't. It doesn't matter. Time doesn't matter in those moments.
It's
When
like the
I'm
movie Soul, and I love that movie
oh,
so much.
one of my
Man,
and
like
people,
that
I wish
movie,
people I love that I know sequence you're talking about when he's sitting there and then it's you're not even in this realm anymore. You're in a different
you
space.
in your zone. You
Yeah,
you're just in space, man. Just you're in that pocket. That's what I'm gonna call it. You're in that
yeah, that
pocket.
bucket.
Nothing's going to disrupt you.
Yeah,
You're in your flow, and things are coming together the way that you see fit, not how
yeah,
others see it. You're enjoying it,
right.
and it's important to once you've learned your why to go into the world and execute that why.
Yeah, yep. So, all right, we're gonna go to the next segment. So the
Okay.
next segment is called questions that need answers.
Okay.
So we're gonna pick a category, and I pick a number through 1 through 5, and there's 4 categories. So I'm gonna go through the categories right now. So it's creativity and process, ideas and imagination, philosophical and reflective, and playful and unexpected.
Philosophical and reflective.
Okay, so pick a number between 1 through 5.
3.
All right. What emotion fuels your best work?
Ooh, that's good.
He's thinking.
Crazy enough, it bounces between two.
Okay.
It's between excited and frustration.
Hmm. The
Like,
perfect storm.
because sometimes things can just not work. For let's start with frustration. Sometimes things just don't work. It's like you spend so much time on it, and it's like, what am I doing? What is going on? There's no Google search, no chat GPT search out there that's helping you in figuring it out. There's nothing until because I have this relentless need to just keep trying and making it work,
Yeah.
that light bulb finally kicks in, all because of the result of that frustration that I was having. I'm like, it's finally clicking. Then
Yeah.
that's when the excitement comes into play. It's
Mm.
like, I got it. All right. And now it's like, to your point earlier, I just forget it, I lose track of time.
Yeah.
And that's what drives my best work. It's like, I don't like to be frustrated.
Right, right,
Yeah. Don't
right.
wish to be frustrated. I will say that just reflective on how things have gone for me, a lot of my best work came because I was frustrated or because I was just naturally excited about it from the jump.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
a good answer for that. Yeah, that seems like a perfect storm though.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yes.
because it creates it produces something.
Yes.
You know what I
And
mean? You
because you
actually
keep going.
execute. Yeah. You actually execute. Well, that's pretty good. All right, so the last segment we have is called Be Encouraged. Like I mentioned before we started the show, this is the segment that I do for my guests. Like this is a gift to give back to my guests because you just poured to into whoever's listening this to us, and this is something I want to pour into you. So I always, pray and meditate before I do each episode, and it's very specific to whoever I'm speaking to. I should start time stamping these when I get it, but this was around like 4 o'clock today because it always takes a minute for her to get it, but so I wrote it exactly how I got it. All right. So this is for you. All right, here it goes. This is your last year hiding. In 2026, you have to come out of hiding. It's time for you to come from behind the camera and come to the front. You have worked so much making everyone else's dream come become a reality. Now it's time for yours to come true. Preserve your energy for your visions in 2026. It's time.
Wow.
So I hope that.
That's very timely. I'll say that. You, yeah, you got me on that one. I'm stumped.
I'm
Nah,
not trying to
you
stop you, but I hope it's something that that you receive.
oh, wholeheartedly. I do not take that loosely whatsoever. And I truly appreciate that.
Yeah.
Cause for the
So.
longest time, I can say, yeah, it's always been, I mean, because I enjoyed it, bringing
Yeah.
other people's vision to life, but I've always had ideas and I
Mm-hmm.
always put it on the back burner because I wanted to help push X,
Mm-hmm.
Y, and Z out. But I'm gonna take this as confirmation because this is something that's been on my heart for quite some time. Funny enough,
Wow. It always
so
shocks me too.
yeah,
So
that's why I was like, you had me stumped, and that's why I was like, oh wow, okay. No,
yes.
thank you, Simone. I really appreciate
Yeah,
that.
and
Thank
this is one of the reasons why I do this podcast. Like it's not, it's more than just a podcast. It's a soul mission for
you.
in
Yeah.
a lot of ways for me. For and maybe this might be an undercover thing that I do to make them to help others and minister to others and things like that. But as long as you just know that it's your time. Like it's you've done it. You've done. We it was good. Now those things that you've been writing, those things that you've been, those ideas in your notes in your phone that you've been just putting away, pick them up,
Mhm.
and it's specific to
Oh yeah.
2026 because I feel like you're wrapping up this year, so okay, but you can get into focus at the top of the year and really go into it.
Most
You
definitely.
deserve it. You don't need to wait any longer. So
I
yes,
received that.
so
Thank
whatever.
you, Simone. Really.
Yes, you're welcome.
That's
And
good.
I appreciate you being on like the show today. Like, because I know that somebody's going to watch this and they're going to get, something they need to be able to help them want to just keep going forward, help them want to follow their dreams. So I
Yeah.
appreciate that too. So, everybody, thank you for listening to this episode, this amazing episode, and run it back as many times as you need to. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And I'll see y'all next time.